Launceston podcast.
Well, listeners, I've just stepped inside the lounge of the Westgate pub in the corner of Launceston, and you heard the actual barrows outside just now, and yeah, it's a very active pub. It's a very historic pub. It's the last pub that's built inside its town walls of Launceston, and it's got a very historic, warm welcome and charm of people inside. And I've got the landlady actually. She's been busy early in the morning actually, helping the actual person doing the churns. Good morning. How are you?
Morning, I'm very well, thank you, Kevin.
What's your name?
Jo Jenkins.
Actually, funny is, it's not an easy job, actually. You're up early mornings, aren't you?
It is, yeah, early mornings, late nights, always on the go, with something to do, always someone to talk to, and keep the customers all happy. But yeah, lovely job though. This
pub, actually, has got a very historic pub. In 1818, people used to come in this pub, actually, and wait for their family's been hung in the castle.
Yeah, I heard that. Someone used to sit in the window and saw his son go round as they were making their way to be hung. And I do believe they brought his body back here as well.
That was William Rowe. I believe actually changed over the years. Actually, before you came here, several landlords have been over here, and they've actually changed the premises inside. Like I just come in the door there, what we call the old slug, where you could actually serve beer from the bar to the customer if he didn't want to come in actually inside, didn't it? It
did, yeah, and I believe there was an off licence here as well at some stage, and so we've made quite a few changes. Me and Jonathan have been here for 5 years so far, and hopefully doing another 5 years. I'm sure there'll be a few more changes going ahead over the next few years as well.
It was a small pub, really, wasn't it? It was a Newgate, but very small because it extended actually in around 1834, didn't it?
It was, yeah. It was extended at that time, yeah.
What do you feel yourself, actually, as a landlady for a pub? A historic pub like this, got a lot of history with it. There is over 40 some odd pubs in Launceston around the late with George I and George V and Victorian times before that. And the pubs go back to 1714 on the outskirts of Launceston. What do you feel yourself with the new modernation we've got today?
We're very much a community pub, and there is a place for all the pubs in Launceston here. We've seen that through lockdown as well, where people come in. We always look after our older generation customers and always make sure they're looked after and keep an eye on them. And yeah, just a good community little spirit of the pubs. I say not just us, with all the pubs in Launceston.
You've got your regulars, haven't you?
We've got a good few regulars. They're in like clockwork. We can tell the time by the time they come in, where they're going to sit, how they're going to find the new changes again when we can open properly on the 19th. That'll be a bit different, but yeah, they've kept us going through all this, which has been good.
Well, a lot of pubs actually in the southwest actually have been struggling over the period of this lockdown. A pub now is not going to be like a pub it was years ago. Really, you would serve a lot of beer actually, and drinks and spirits. But you're got to serve food as well, haven't you?
Yeah, we are what they call wet-led more. We do food. I will start doing evening food. At the moment, we're just playing it by ear with how people are adapting to the new changes. So come the 19th, it'll be a little learning curve again to see, who's going to come in, who actually is going to brave coming in and get back to the normal lifestyle of a pub.
But you actually, in this lockdown, you've been actually helping other people in the community with dinners, haven't you?
We have. We've been doing takeaway roasts on a Sunday all through lockdown. And yeah, got a good few gentlemen that come in and get their roasts and still do, which is good. And apparently they still want to order lunches off us again in the week. So that's going to be really good. So it all helps.
How do you find the time to put it all in?
I say it's a lifestyle. You get up in the morning, you just make your way through the day, and it's a good lifestyle. But yeah, very good. I've put it all in somewhere.
You've got your helpers, haven't you?
Yeah. I've got my business partner, Jonathan, and we've got good staff here, which are good. And they're all well liked by the customers that come in as well, which helps. So they're always there to help, even if we're a bit busy. If they're having a drink, let's jump behind the bar and help out, which is good. So yeah, appreciate our staff we've got as well here.
Well, going back to the issue of the pub, actually, looking outside the window, across the road used to be the old sheep market, and then you see the town hall wasn't there. The town hall wasn't there till 1887, the Guildhall one till 1881. But really, this pub still stood inside, it's the last pub inside the town walls.
Yeah, it was apparently. I'm still need to learn about the history of the pub a little bit more, but I'm learning more every time I speak to people. So yeah.
You see, you've got a photograph there on the wall of the pub.
Yeah.
It was just normal, like a normal house, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. That was actually painted by one of our locals, Claire Bernard. Fantastic artist, and yeah, very good. Lovely picture.
It'd be interesting going back to the time, actually, when you had the wooden kegs and coming in, actually, on the horse and cart, coming down Westgate Street, coming outside here, unloading, wouldn't it?
They would have done that. It's a bit more noisier now with the metal ones that clanking around. I don't know if people appreciate 6:30, 7 in the morning sometimes, but yeah, nice noise, especially when we've been shut for so long. To hear the clangs of the kegs again when we first opened, that was brilliant.
What can you offer a casual visitor? If somebody comes in from the southwest, I believe you've had several people with very good comments about the pub. What could you offer a casual visitor when you come in?
Warm atmosphere, very friendly, good beer, good wines, good food, and yeah, just good company generally. Yeah, very friendly little pub.
Darts?
We hope to start darts in September. We've got a few darts teams, got euchre teams. So hopefully, yeah, come September we can start all these sort of things up again, which should be very good. And again, just good for the spirit of people as well.
There'd be a time actually in the pub they used to play Shove It Me Here.
Shove It Me, that's an old one. I remember playing that as a child. I remember playing that as a child, but yeah, we haven't got those sort of things now. Euchre's about, what's the other game? Crib. We play crib a lot here as well, which is good, but that's like just card games during the day.
Do you do the old-fashioned pints?
We've got hand pull. We don't use the gas. I won't have gas-pulled pumps. I like the hand pull pumps, which is a lot better. It looks a lot nicer as well.
But it's a very strange pub actually, because we're sitting in the lounge. You've got the ladies' public loo inside, but the men in all the wets and rain has got to go across the street to another parish. Yeah.
Some people think, especially when we've got tourists come down, they think it's a joke. We have to try and keep straight. So toilets are over the road. We even had T-shirts printed, but it's over the road at one time, because obviously during the sort of tourist season, they just don't believe it's over there. But yeah, we have to guide them over there and watch the road, traffic from the right.
So when you've had a few drinks, actually, you come outside, you've got to watch the traffic to go across the road. Yeah,
that's right. No accidents, touch wood, so far. But yeah, it's a bit of a dodgy bit of road there.
Above the Mayor's Toll Help, across the road there, used to be Launceston Pigeon Club, wasn't it?
It was, yes, apparently
around the 70s.
Around the 70s, apparently so. I don't think there are any up there now, hopefully.
An old gas light across the road there as well, outside, a gas light. But that's now gone.
Right, no, I didn't know.
So it was an alteration with the traffic, wasn't it?
Yeah, going around the corner.
Are you actually on the website?
Well, we've got email, which is jonathanbrinkjones@gmail.com. We haven't got a website as such. We've got our own little Facebook page, so people contact us through that as well. So it's phone, Facebook, or email.
It's early actually, but coming up to talking about Christmas, really. Are you planning a lot of things at this time with the pub Christmas?
Just to be a nice, busy, happy pub by Christmas and back to some form of normality would be nice. Again, we're quite a small pub, so we tend not to do the big functions or anything like that. Haven't got the space for that, as obviously. Do some Christmas dinners and things like that. So yeah, turkey will be on the menu as always.
I believe somebody said you've got a ghost cat.
We do have a ghost cat, been seen several times in the bar downstairs and upstairs in the flat as well. So just as suddenly appears, and I've got cats, but it wasn't one of my cats.
One of the landlords used to be here actually, used to be a member of the Sealwood Knot, and they used to have people to come in and react in the Sealwood Knot. The Civil War period in Launceston.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
Well, I think you're talking to me, actually. I know you've got up early this morning, actually, out there with helping the gentlemen. I know you've got a busy day today. I know last night you had a busy night watching the football.
Very good night last night, yeah. Late night, early morning today.
And you weren't kicking the ball around, you was pulling the pints.
I was actually socialising, so my business partner was pulling the pints last night.
Thank you for talking to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks very much, Kev.
We're in a North Cornish town with programmes just for you. The Launceston Podcast.